Hello, parents. My name is Mr. Hanson. Some of you know who I am because I've had your children already one of the trimesters this year, or I've had one of your children before. I just wanted to do a quick introductory video to kind of walk you through what a day-to-day in my class will look like and some of the major units that your students will be doing for me. Okay, so first thing, we have a Google Class page, which I would hope most of you would be familiar with. This is where I will post all my material. So you can see here I've already posted my syllabus, which I think all of you should have an invite to see and review if you like. Classwork will be listed here. And yeah, I think that's all that you would normally need to see for this one. On the syllabus, there's a picture of me since I can't make my screen work. I walk through some of my expectations. Here's a few things that I use. I use an app called Remind, and that's the code to get into the class. A list of my rules, grades, etc. I won't go through all this right now. I'll let you do that on your own. But that is that. For some of the assignments that I have students do, one of the things we discussed as an English department is we want the students to have a little bit more exposure to grammar, but since our class time has been kind of decreased over the last 2 or 3 years, we found this site called No Red Ink that we all really like. This is a site that they can get assigned grammar practice. Oftentimes it will include like punctuation or other things that way. And it's usually not a horribly long assignment, but they just do that on their own. And usually in their gradebook I just average all the scores together. So each week if they get an assignment, I will just average all those scores together. So I'm not going to make a new assignment for each one, if that makes sense. For homework practice, I've started using a new program called ED Puzzle. So usually when we go through something in class, they might have an assignment that they have to fill out for me, but just as a review, what I plan to do is post a short video. Now this is just the home page, it's not anything I've posted for them yet. But what they do is the assignment will send a link to a video like this, and as they watch it, it'll go along here, and anytime there's a little water drop, what they've watched, there'll be a question. So usually I'll try to make these multiple choice. There might be some open-ended ones, but they'll just be asked to answer a question based on what they've watched as kind of a review, or it could be a prep for the next day. But this will be something that doesn't take too long. Other things that they're going to be due for me pretty much weekly is we'll have a vocab test. We don't necessarily review these very much in class, but I do provide them with a word list and a definition list. Now, one thing that I encourage them to do, the point of this is to make them more familiar with like language that they'll see on SAT. So as they compare like cosmography to the definition here, there it is. Okay, science that deals with the nature of the universe. Their quiz on this is not going to be necessarily, here's the word, here's the definition. I will create a sentence for them, so this isn't the word, but I'll say, my blank in chess received a just punishment for cheating in the national competition. So usually I'll put words from the definition in my sentence, so that the sentence might appear a little superfluous, just a normal context. But they choose the word that fills in the best meaning. So in this case, it's nemesis, my nemesis in chess. Okay, so that's kind of a rundown of our weekly activities. We also in this class are going to have 3 units. The first one is going to be poetry. I know that's everybody's favorite, but hopefully we will make it enjoyable for the students. And we're just going to look at different types of poetry, different things that poetry can do, and I think this has applicability to other things that they'll look at. So it's just going to really get them practicing close reading, that sort of thing. There'll be some projects and things involved with that. Our second unit is Romeo and Juliet, which will also involve a few projects. And the same, we'll have videos and things for them to review. And then lastly, their last unit is called Passion Project. This is kind of a mini senior project. All of these, I'll post information and stuff on the page. I don't want to go too long on this video, but yeah, that's just kind of an introduction to the class. I hope that helps. If you have questions, you'll notice that I posted that I sent you a text message, and that's the only one that I'll generally do is a broad one, because I know you guys are probably inundated with those. But please save my number in there. If you have questions or concerns, you can shoot me a message through Schoology, or you could email me if you're more comfortable that way. But I'm excited to work with your students this coming trimester, and I hope to hear from some of you. All right, thank you very much.